Hello and welcome to this educational presentation of an introduction to custom crosshairs. Now most traders are familiar with the standard approach to crosshairs. As you can see, they're just an upward and a sideways diagonal line. What we've done is take it to the next level by adding two additional diagonal lines, a top and a bottom one. And I'm going to show you how to apply them to your trading. And you're going to see how simple it is to apply them by using our new platform, the PTS Primo Charting platform. This is the educational portal that makes trading simple. So welcome once again. My name is Stephen Primo, the president and founder of Specialist Trading, and I designed the portal and the educational platform with pro trader strategies to elevate your trading and to give you education so that you can be in charge of your own trading decisions. I'm going to explain in just a few minutes how to apply this new feature to your own trading, but before we begin, we're first required to show you this, so please take a moment to view our disclaimer. I'm going to show you a lot of performance results using our new custom crosshairs, but please remember that we can in no way guarantee that any of the results I'm about to share with you will be repeated in the future, and also please remember that all examples are strictly for educational purposes only. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the custom crosshairs and give you some of the highlights. It's virtually for all traders, from beginners to advanced. So it does not matter your skill level or your experience level. Everyone can apply this to your own trading. And the reason is because it's a momentum tool. It's simply designed to measure momentum to help you with your trading. Now, there are two primary applications. One is for confirming a signal. The other is for protecting a signal. Now, the beauty of this feature, as with all of our methods and strategies, is that it can be applied to any time frame, any direction, and any market. Our only observation is that we seem to have a higher level of consistency when we apply it to up markets or markets going in the upward direction. Now, please remember that this is not a complete strategy, so don't just think that you can buy and sell off this and that it generates signals. It does not do that at all. It is simply an edge that will help you with your trading, something that you can apply to your pre-existing trading plan to hopefully take it to the next level. Okay, so what we have told our students in the past is to always look at the 50-period simple moving average and the slope of the 50-period moving average, because in the past we have noticed that an increase in momentum is reflected at times in the slope of that 50-period moving average. And after all, that's what we're looking for. Our strategies and methods rely on momentum because we're looking to capture that momentum. The only thing is we haven't been able to quantify it. Now, the custom crosshairs can help in defining the strength of that slope. So let me show you how to do this in its first application. This is application number one, and we can apply it as a signal confirmation tool. Okay, so as we see here in this older chart of FAST, we have a signal that has been generated. Now, coming into this signal, the 50-period moving average right here was kind of going downward to flat. And at this point, it started to have a nice rise, okay, which is what we want. But it is only subjective in terms of how we measure that the slope is going up. Is there any way to define that we have a strong upward slope? Well, we can't guarantee it, but the custom crosshairs can help us in defining that. The first thing you want to do on our platform is click on the icon of the custom crosshairs. And once you see it, we're going to apply it a little bit differently. Most people will use a crosshair and place it over the price of the actual bar or place it over the opening or the close. What we want to do is once a signal has been generated or anywhere you're interested in a particular setup of price is to go to where the 50-period moving average is. In this case, it's below, and just simply place your cursor right there. All right. Now we want to look at the relationship between the 50-period moving average in the past and the horizontal and the lower diagonal line of the custom crosshair. If we see that the custom crosshair is surrounding, or if the 50 moving average is somewhere in the middle of those two lines, well, we define this as the confirm zone, saying that it is one more piece of the puzzle to confirm that it's okay to take that signal if you should decide to do so. Is it guaranteeing you that the signal is going to be profitable? No. It's just one more thing to add to your comfort zone to make sure that you feel comfortable about taking the trade. So, since the 50-period moving average is in between this middle and lower line here in our custom crosshair, we have confirmed that you can take this signal if you'd like, and we had a nice winning trade to the upside. Okay, because momentum was on our side. Let's look at another example here in HAS. Okay, we have another buy signal generated. We have the beginnings of an upward slope in the 50-period moving average, but we just want to make sure that it's confirmed that it's okay, that we have enough momentum behind that. Once again, we just simply click on the custom crosshair icon, and rather than placing the crosshair over price or over opening or closing of the bar, we place our cursor right on the 50-period moving average with the signal in question. All right. Now we want to see the relationship of the 50-period moving average in the past as it is from the horizontal to the lower diagonal. And once again, it's in the confirm zone because it's right in the middle, which is what we want to see. So this is one more piece of the puzzle confirming that it's okay, not guaranteeing you. Remember, this is not the guarantee zone. It's just confirming that that's a nice upward slope in the 50-period moving average. And as you can see, you had some nice movement to the upside. Now let's say you had exited for a nice quick profit and another signal is generated. So all you have to do is simply move this cursor, once again, not to price, but to the 50-period moving average directly below, and you look at the relationship. We are once again right in the middle of the horizontal and the lower diagonal. So we are in the confirm zone, and 2 days later, a very nice move to the upside. Now we can go to a higher time frame. We know not everyone just trades daily bars, so if we want to look at a higher time frame, we see here a weekly chart of Apple. Okay, a buy signal has been generated, and someone looking at this would say, well, there's really no direction. We're just in a range going from top to bottom, top to bottom. How do I know we're quickly going to come right back down again? Well, let's measure the slope of the 50-period moving average by using our new crosshair. Click on the icon. Once again, even though the opening was below, we want to place our cursor right on the 50-period moving average. We see here that the 50-period going back in time is in the confirm zone, and as you can see, Apple went up in the following weeks. Okay, that was application number one. Let's go on to application number two, which is completely different. It's directed towards protecting your profit. So this means once you are actually in the trade, you already are long a particular market, you want to make sure that you can protect your profits, because as you see here in this chart of Netflix, let's say we had gone long on this signal right here, and you're starting to wonder whether you should get out or hold on to profits. And now, even though this is not once again guaranteed to get you out at the top, it is just a warning to tell you that either you still have momentum in the stock or you're quickly running out of momentum. And how do we do that? Well, rather than place the cursor right underneath the signal, now we're going to place the cursor underneath where a new high has been generated. So look at this first high that was generated right here, okay? As you can see, we click on the cursor, or we should say we click on the custom crosshair icon. Once we do that, we place our custom crosshair cursor right on the 50-period moving average again. Now this time we want to see where the relationship is to that middle and lower diagonal. And as you can see, even though we're kind of hugging the lower diagonal, we were still in between those two. So this is telling us that there's really nothing going on here. We're still in the confirm zone that we should most likely be going higher. Is it guaranteeing that it's going higher? No. It's just saying that there's no signal here telling us that momentum may be running out. So as you can see, we had a little pause there, but then we continued to go up higher. Now, as we made new highs, you would simply move your cursor just below, and remember, once again, we're placing it on the 50-period moving average once a new high was generated. But this time, we look at the relationship of the 50-period moving average, and we are below the lowest diagonal line. So this is called our caution zone. This is not telling you that you've reached the top. It's not telling you to exit. It's just saying you may want to use some caution here, because it looks as if we may be getting a little overextended in terms of momentum. Why? Because the 50-period moving average is below the lowest diagonal. And as you can see, you had some nice sell-off here in the next couple of weeks here. But look what happened to price. Then it quickly resumed its upward approach and started to flirt with the old highs. So let's say you had exited a portion of your position, and now you were saying, well, boy, should I hold on to the remaining or should I get out again? Well, let's move the cursor up to the new highs that are being generated just below. And once again, we see the relationship. The 50-period moving average is now below the lower diagonal. So this is once again saying take caution. We're not telling you that you reached the top. We're just saying to use some caution. You may want to exit a portion of the position. You may want to move your stop up, but this is something to take note of. And as you can see later on, Netflix really fell out of bed after that. As we look at PSA, we see here that we had a nice signal generated to go long on this bar, and we had a number of tops that were generated, but every time we made a top, we quickly sold off, but then resumed our upward course and made another top, sold off a little bit, and then made another top, and so on. So let's look at all these tops that were generated and see if the custom crosshair could have helped us. Now, after you've clicked on the icon, you place your cursor right on the 50-period moving average below the top that was created. And as you can see, the 50-period is in the confirm zone. It is not telling you that momentum had dissipated. Now let's see what happened here. Price sold off the following week. Now someone would have said, well, this tool doesn't work. Remember, it is not projected to be guaranteed to get you out at the top or bottom. It was simply telling you that there was still momentum left in this. And even though you had a sell-off, look what happened to the momentum. It continued to go higher. So this may be used as, even though if you're having a sell-off and the custom crosshair is above the lower diagonal, perhaps you may want to pick up some more shares of stock. It's entirely up to you. But once we bottomed out here on this little pullback, we started to make new highs. So let's check out this new high that was generated somewhere around here. Move the custom crosshair over to see where the relationship of the 50-period moving average is. And as you can see, we're still flirting with that lower diagonal, but we have not crossed it. And so we're still saying that it's okay. Now we had another week of sell-off, but we quickly resumed higher. So momentum was still to the upside. As we made a new high right here, we would move our cursor just below on the 50-period moving average. And now we are starting to see a caution red flag up here. We are in the caution zone because for the first time, the 50-period moving average is below the lower diagonal. That's the relationship we're looking for to use this to protect our profits. Is it telling us that we've run out of gas, that the top has concluded? No. All it's telling us is to use some caution because we may be close to or nearing some end of momentum. So what a lot of traders like to do at this point, once you see the caution zone, you just move your stop in accordance with the market. So you can, below each and every bar, raise your stop so that ultimately you let the market take you out. So let's say the market exited you out of this position you entered here, and you have a nice little profit here. But as all traders know, we do not like to get out and see prices go higher, which happened. It's the worst feeling in the world. You feel like you've left money on the table. Well, as we made a new high here, you could say, well, should I get back in? You'll move your cursor just below the new highs that are created. And now we see that we are well in the caution zone. Why? Because we are quickly coming lower and lower below the lowest diagonal line. So that's telling you it is not advised at this point to go long. You can do whatever you want. We are not telling you how to trade. We are not recommending anything. But this particular tool is cautioning against going long, and it's cautioning that we may be getting close to an end of momentum. As you saw here, that's when PSA started to really sell off. All right, so let's review this custom crosshair tool. Remember, it's for all traders, from beginners to advanced. It does not require you to be trading a long time, or it does not matter if you've been trading for a very short time. Your skill and experience level do not matter. Why? Because it's simply a proprietary momentum tool. It's measuring momentum to help you with your decision-making process. And it does this through two primary applications. The first one is to confirm your signals. The second one is to protect your signals, okay? You can apply it to any time frame, any direction, and any market. We have seen that you have an added level of consistency when you use it to markets that are going in an upward direction. Please remember, this is not a strategy. Do not buy and sell simply based off this. This is just another piece of the puzzle to add to your already in place current trading plan, all right? As a member of Specialist Trading, you should have a plan in place using one of our strategies or methods. Once you have a trading plan in place, you can use this to elevate your consistency level. This is best applied as an additional edge to your already current trading plan. Okay, as we conclude, remember, everything is made simple for you because we're teaching you how to trade with one-click access. On our new platform, we designed this to take the hard work out for you. We made it so that it would be simple, and that way you could learn a lot quicker and really get to that next level of consistency. As we conclude, remember, if you have any questions, please contact ProTrader Strategies. They designed the platform with myself. You can email them at trading@protraderstrategies.com or call them directly at area code 310-598-6677. And as we take one last look at our disclaimer, I want to thank you so much for attending today and watching this brief webinar on the custom crosshairs. Please remember that all examples were strictly for educational purposes only. And thank you so much for becoming a member and a part of Specialist Trading.